Thank you, Trevor. I would say that the people who have been the most supportive to me throughout my life have been my parents. Now, what makes me say that? Well, I'll give you an example, just as to illustrate. They were always supportive. In fact, it wasn't just for me only, it was also for anybody that came to the house. They were always very accepting of anybody and everybody. And it was quite amazing. My parents grew up in North Dakota during the Depression years. They were born in 1914, so they were adults during the Depression. And they had to struggle, and they had to get by on, scraping up 10 cents for a pound of hamburger and working for maybe 50 cents a day or maybe more if they were lucky. And then during World War II, my dad worked on the Alaskan highway instead of going into the military. He was excused from the military because when you're living in a small community, the draft board, they can kind of look at your personal situation. He had kids, and I said, okay, well, we'll fix it. You're not going to go in the military, but he went up to the Alaskan highway. But they were always so accepting of everyone. So in my particular situation, just to illustrate this concept, I was getting ready with my wife Elizabeth to buy a house. And when I first married Elizabeth, she had a house already. So I moved in with her, but we wanted to move. So we combined the assets that I had from my first marriage and we planned to move. So we went to look for a house and we selected one. So we told my parents and they were all happy for us. Oh, that's great, 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 great. And then we said, well, wait a minute. I don't know if my job is secure. Maybe we shouldn't do this. So then we told my parents, oh, we've just changed our mind because we're worried about job security. Oh, well, that's fine. That's great. That's good. It's good. And then we changed our mind again and said, okay, we're going to go ahead and buy it. Oh, no, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I think that we even decided once more not to do it. And then that was fine too. And then it was actually, I think my mom felt embarrassed when she was going back and forth, being supportive and saying, that's fine, that's perfect, no, that's whatever. But that was the kind of support, which I sorely miss now that they're gone. But this is a lesson for me. In fact, I didn't even realize that is an illustration of a gift that we can give others. Because so often we have resources at our disposal that we can either give or we cannot give. We have that choice. It's really up to us. So I think that I'm learning now, and now I'm so happy that I've lived as long as I have, to value the gift of kindness much more than I ever did before. Back to you, Trevor.